I remember about 10 years ago going to see Henry Rollins doing a spoken word engagement at a local university. He recounted a story about travelling between gigs through the former East Germany with his band and stopping at a restaurant in a small town on a day off. The band was starving, as all touring indie bands are, and eagerly awaited the news of what was available on the day's menu. After a short discussion with the chef in the back, the waiter returned to inform the band, "Your choice is fish. Don't worry, this will all make sense in a minute or two." Since the closing shot of WrestleMania 33, the rumors started up that it would be Roman Reigns vs Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal title in New Orleans on April 8, 2018. Fan reaction to this same match 3 years ago be damned. Management was set in their course to give the big dog his proper coronation on the grandest stage of them all, come hell or high water. Okay, maybe not the best analogy to use when hosting in a flood-prone area, but you get my point. Looking back over the past year since Reigns became only the second man in WWE history to defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, you can see that all roads have been building to the Roman Empire. The Money in the Bank contract from 2017 has been cashed in to avoid any pesky third party coming in to ruin plans a la Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31. Reigns had a reasonably long run as Intercontinental Champion against some of the company's top heels on Raw to build him up as a fighting champion and a champion of, and for, the people. He was made to look strong after losing the title, being the last man eliminated from the Royal Rumble, and given the distinction of winning the Elimination Chamber match against an unprecedented 6 other opponents to become the #1 contender for, you guessed it, the WWE Universal Championship held by Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34. But you see, the WWE still had a problem. No one actually likes the idea of Roman Reigns as Universal Champion except for management, and fans were all too eager to voice their displeasure. While people were happy to cheer for him as a mid-card champion, that's as far as they were willing to support him. The WWE Universe has instead been extremely vocal about other Raw talent that they would prefer to see in the main event, with Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Braun Strowman getting far more support than the big dog could hope to generate. So when it was clear the trains would leapfrog those far more popular superstars into a WrestleMania title match, it pissed a lot of people off, and the boos came back in force. It's gotten to the point where the WWE is pulling off the last act of desperation to make the title match work, and that's cheap heat on Brock Lesnar. WWE is creating a de facto babyface out of the frustrations of fans rather than cultivating a babyface who can be a long-term player in the company by pushing someone that the fans are genuinely excited to get behind. Anyone who thinks that Brock Lesnar no-showing Monday Night Raw or suddenly squashing opponents in 30 seconds at house shows isn't a carefully calculated move on WWE's part to give Reigns promo about part-time wrestler some teeth hasn't been paying attention to the big picture or the build-up to this match that's been a year in the making. Never mind the fact that cheap heat will only last long enough to see Reigns retain the title at the expense of far more popular competitors, and that he'll go back to being booed out of arenas by fans who are tired of being ignored. But ultimately, none of that matters, because this is the WWE, and your choice is fish.